All right, so who are you?
My name's Peter Bevan-Baker and I live a few minutes away from here.
And Peter, you were involved in an incident there a few minutes ago. What happened?
Well, we're standing here on public land, Crown land, and as a citizen of this province and country, it's my constitutional right to use public lands, to peacefully assemble on public land. And I decided this morning that the piece of public land I wished to assemble on was just up there. And so I went for a walk, and there was a big machine in the middle of the field there. And when the guy operating the machine saw us, he turned it off. And then some gentleman approached us, the head guy who's running the construction site here, and 4 RCMP officers came out and instructed me that I was violating the Trespass Act. And I told them, you know, here, this is public property, you're RCMP officers. Surely your primary responsibility is to uphold my constitutional rights, which include the right of peaceful assembly on public land. And we had a discussion for 5 or 10 minutes about that. They asked us to leave. I was there with a friend, and we very peaceably, without offering any resistance, it was a very civil discussion, we left. And when we got to the bottom of the field here, across the snow fence again, we were issued with summons and fines for $275. And I'll read you what it says. Sorry, my phone's gone off. The description of my offence is failing to leave after being directed to leave. That's nonsense. We were there, we were asked several questions, who we were, what we were doing here, why we were there, but when they asked us to leave, we left peaceably and without any resistance. And it's just a very, I'm so distraught at the moment, John. I imagined I lived in a country where the officers of the law would uphold my constitutional rights before and above all else. And here I find myself being thrown off public land and issued with an offence which I patently didn't do.
You said you left after after you had a conversation. During your conversation, did you felt any tension from them, or any raised tones or anything like that?
One of the officers at one point chimed in. I can't remember exactly what he said, but they were starting to get frustrated with us because they wanted us to leave immediately. You know, they came up and said, this is what you're being issued with, and we want you to leave. And we said, well, wait a minute, as I just explained to you, it's my constitutional rights as a citizen to be here. This is public land. And so we had a discussion about that, and we asked them what act, and all of this took 4, 5, 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long we were up there. But when they definitively said, I'm going to ask you one more time to leave, my friend and I left. Nobody touched us. Nobody coerced us. It was just a civil discussion. We were asked to leave. We walked down the hill. You probably saw it. Certainly, enough other people witnessed it, that we walked down, we chatted on the way down. There was no sense of any force being exerted on us, and nor resistance from us being pushed back to the RCMP.
So when did they issue your fine or ticket?
Oh, as soon as we crossed the very elaborate safety fence here, they issued us with a ticket for $275.
Do you know this is a snow fence? Is that correct?
Well, that's what it is. That's what it's made for. It's to, and I don't think there's snow in the forecast.
That's perfect. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.